Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to the last regular season game previews and predictions episode here at the Ballin In Burgundy podcast. Yeah, it's just myself, John Rockets, and the other fellows are working and doing some other things. So guess what? You're rocking with me tonight. And we got a lot to talk about. Week 18 preview, Cowboys Commanders round 2 down in Jerry's World. Pro Bowl rosters have been announced. 2 Commanders made it, but there were a lot of alternates that I found interesting. And what quarterback is going to play against the Commanders? Is it going to be Cooper Big Time Rush? Is it going to be Trey Area Lance? We never know. But we have some housekeeping to do, guys. Don't forget like and subscribe here on BIB. Road to 500 subscribers keeps going. Over 90% of our viewers are not subscribed, and that does not help us here at BIB. We're trying to get better every single episode, trying to bring out more guests, bring out more content, have a bunch of fun with the fans. But that starts when you hit that subscribe button. It only helps us here on the channel. It takes 2 seconds of your time, and it's absolutely free. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BI Podcast 22 because Twitter hates long usernames. Um, and I also want to just give thoughts and prayers and love to the New Orleans community, to the Las Vegas community, and to the Queens community. Over the past day and a half, since New Year's Day, January 1st, the bombing in the terrorist attack in New Orleans, 15 dead, 20 plus injured. The Las Vegas truck bombing at Trump Tower, leaving a few injured. And then the Queens shooting, I believe 10 injured or 10 dead. I could be very wrong, but I just want to give thoughts and prayers and condolences to all those affected, to the entire community. The year just started. And now we're already having conversations about terrorist attacks and gun violence. And I didn't think we were going to start this way. So I want to give my thoughts and my prayers and my love, not just for myself, but from Justin and Andrew and Chris, and from all of our all of our sponsors who support us and everyone who supports us. I just want to give love and prayers and condolences to those communities out there. No one should go through that, especially when you're supposed to be celebrating the New Year, supposed to be celebrating the college football playoffs, and instead we're mourning a lot of loss and destruction. So wanted just to touch on that. But let's kick things off with exciting news for our Commanders. 2 Pro Bowl starters in Terminator 17. Mr. Terry McLaurin making his 2025 Pro Bowl, and rookie sensation quarterback for our Washington Commanders, JD5. Jayden Daniels has been selected for the 2025 Pro Bowl, along with Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold for the NFC quarterbacks. Now, it's a great time to be alive. We didn't have any Pro Bowl selections last year. None. And this year, not only our wide receiver, our guy in TM17, but JD5, that guy who probably will be Offensive Rookie of the Year, right? The majority alternates. We had 13 guys over election. There are 11 alternates. Zach Ertz and Jeremy Chin, fifth alternates, so they probably won't go. Jeremy Reeves, Dante Fowler Jr., Austin Eckler, third alternates. They won't make it. Tressway, Frankie Louvu, Tyler Biadasz, second alternates. Nick Ballore, Tyler Ott, Bobby Wagner are your first alternates. Wagner didn't make it, and it would have been his 10th of the year. And yet, here's the problem with some of the Pro Bowl voting, right? First off, there were 3 rookies selected to the Pro Bowl. Jayden Daniels for the NFC offense, Jared Verse, who will probably be defensive rookie of the year from the LA Rams. He's on the defense, and Brock Bowers from the Las Vegas Raiders. Is CBS put out most Pro Bowl fan votes by position, right? Jayden Daniels had quarterback, Amon-Ra St. Brown had wide receiver, Nick Benito had outside linebacker, Kirby Joseph, who had free safety, who also didn't make it, which is crazy. Bobby Wagner had the most fan votes by position for middle linebacker and didn't make it. I am very curious why he wouldn't have made it, because I'm going to pull up the Pro Bowl rosters for 2025, and something isn't something didn't quite make sense. Um, because they put out a big list. Um, so for actually that's a bad list. I want the here we go. AFC and NFC. For the NFC, Jayden Daniels, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff. Excuse me, I said Baker. I meant Jared Goff. Justin Jefferson, C.D. Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Amon St. Brown, George Kittle, Trey McBride, Saquon, Jameer Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, and Kyle Juszczyk. Outside of, and I think I got them all right. I think Baker was a lone one out, and that's crazy. Um, Offensive line: Lane Johnson, Penei Sewell, Tristan Wirfs, Landon Dickerson, Chris Lindstrom, Tyler Smith from Dallas, Jurgens, and Ragnow all made it. On defense: Bosa, Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Vita Vea, Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, Jared Verse for outside linebackers, Zach Bond, and Fred Warner for your inside/middle linebackers. Fred Warner, I had. Oh man, Fred Warner, 100% the best linebacker in the game, no questions asked. I probably would have had Bobby over Zach Bond, but that's just me. J.C. Horn, Jalen Johnson, Byron Murphy, and Devin Witherspoon for corners. Xavier McKinney as your free safety. Buda Baker, Brian Branch as your strong safety. And then Jack Fox as your punter. Brendan Aubrey as your kicker. Andrew DePolo from Minnesota is your long snapper. Devontae Turpin, your return specialist. And Kadero Hodge is your special teamer for the NFC. I won't do the AFC. I'll probably put it up. You guys can pause and read this. I'll go look it up. Kirby Joseph didn't make it. Wagner didn't make it. Baker Mayfield didn't make it. Malik Neighbors didn't make it. He was up for it. I think he could have gotten in. On the AFC side, Christian Gonzalez didn't get in. Brian Thomas Jr. didn't get in. There are a lot of guys who did not get in that I really. Bijan Robinson didn't get in. 33 team put up their biggest Pro Bowl snubs. Baker, Bijan, BTJ, Zach Tom, Gonzo, and Kirby Joseph. I don't know how they didn't get in. I would love to say, it's because some guys were better, but those guys, Gonzo was having a great locking up guys. I think it was one laying up like 300 yards this entire season. Locked up Tyreek, locked up Waddle, Jamar. I think BTJ to a degree. Like he was getting after them. So we'll never know. But Daniels and McLaurin are going. Wagner's probably going to go since Philadelphia is that team. So he'll probably get in as that because he's the alternate. But I'm just shocked that that happened. But yeah, let's talk about some other news coming out of Washington. Mr. Kliff Kingsbury. There have been interests from the Chicago Bears specifically about Kingsbury taking the head coaching job. Now, Jeremy Fowler put out he intends to be selective this offseason about rebuilding his coaching stock as OC as the Commanders because he's still getting paid from Arizona, and now he gets to coach Jayden Daniels or on a Washington team that should be even better next season. I don't think he's ironing for shirts just yet because it's going to be the primary the Bears got from him and Caleb Williams. And then he was asked about it during a press conference. He said, he'd like to be head coaching him Sunday, but he's very happy here. It's rekindled his passion for coaching. Do I think he goes? Probably not. We kind of signed him to a 3-year deal, and he's getting money from Arizona still, which is crazy. I think after next season, after the 25-26 season, he might go because he would leave us in a good spot. We probably would hire from within. But I think he stays another year. We're in the playoffs. We could. Right now we're the 6th seed. If we win, and if we win, we lock up the 6th seed. If we lose and the Packers lose, I think we still get the 6th seed. If we lose and the Packers win, we get the 7th seed, right? And there was something else earlier about the playoffs. I'll find it later. But I don't think Kingsbury leaves. I think he stays another year, especially with decent draft capital, like $100 million cap Although I think the first 40 or so will be re-signing guys back like your Lus, your Chins, your Iganagabis, guys like that to bring back. Um, but I don't see Kliff Kingsbury leaving per se right now. But speaking of playoffs, let's get into things. Cowboys, Commanders, Week 18, down in Big D, down in Dallas, Texas, down in Jerry World. 11-5, Washington Commanders. 7-9, Dallas Cowboys. They've been eliminated from playoffs. We're in. We won last week against Atlanta. We currently have the 6th seed. If we win on Sunday, we will play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we lose, I think we still play the Philadelphia Eagles. Excuse me. If the Rams lose, we will play Tampa Bay in the first round. That also is if Tampa Bay beats the Saints, right? But going on to the injury report, we're gonna be without Marshawn Lattimore. Gonna be without our guy Jordan McGee. You gotta watch the reel up there. We're gonna be without Tyler Owens. Gotta watch the reel. I'm gonna be eating crow this offseason. I'm gonna be eating crow. Biotish and Cornelius Lucas are doubtful. Biotish with the ankle from last game. Cornelius Lucas with the groin injury. Eckler, Osborne, oh, excuse me, and Tyler Ott are questionable. Tyler Ott is going to a funeral, so prayers out to him, the families, all that involved. But Diami, Cleveland Farrell, Terry McLaurin, and Andrew Wiley are all good to go. And on the Dallas side of things, they're going to be without Kimon Hall, corner. Mozzie Smith is questionable. Donovan Wilson's questionable. Nick Virgil, the linebacker, is questionable. But they'll have Eric Kendrick. They'll have Jordan Lewis. They'll have Micah Parsons, right? Nothing else is new. And there's a reason why I'm wearing the white jersey. We're wearing our burgundy on white on burgundy combo, which makes sense. We're on the road. We're going down to Dallas. They're going to be probably in their normal blues. Here's the other fun trick with this game. Jerry said on 105.3 The Fan, which I think is the radio show he owns or just works well with. They revealed they won't reveal who's starting at QB against the Commanders until Sunday. That's a bunch of fun. We could play Cooper Rush, who was like 5-1 against Washington. We played in week 12. They beat us on some special team shenanigans. We could play Trey Lance. They traded a 4th-round pick for Trey Lance, I believe, last season. Might have been this year, but I think it was last season. He has done nothing for the Cowboys. Absolutely nothing. Because they're going to be without CeeDee Lamb. He's been on IR the past few weeks. They have no running back game. Rico Dowdle does all right, but it's Rico Dowdle. We should absolutely win this game. We should be dominating in the trenches. We sort of shut down Bijan last week, who I said earlier was a snub from the Pro Bowl. We kind of shut down Saquon in the win against the Eagles, although he still went for a good bit. He shut down the second half. We should shut down Rico Dowdle. Their top wide receivers, I'm gonna pull that up. They can't beat. I don't even know who's on their roster right now besides Jalen Tolbert. It's gonna be Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Devontae Turpin, Jalen Brooks, Ryan Flournoy, Jonathan Mingo, Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker. We should win. Is our secondary going to give up some yards? Absolutely. Is our run game going to be probably piss awful? Absolutely. Is it come down to the final 3 minutes? Probably. Because it always happens with us. Against Atlanta, against Philly, against Chicago, against Dallas. We are a fourth quarter, second half team. We should be leading at halftime. It should be like, ooh. If it's not like a two-score game at halftime, we're either going to come back or we're going to choke. I would much rather play the Rams or the Buccaneers than the Eagles. Would much rather do that than play Philly again, who might not even have Jayden at that point. They're on Tanner McGee at this rate, right? Um, but again, we need to win to make that happen. We're already in the playoffs, but I would much rather see Tampa Bay or the Rams than the Eagles. Jayden Daniels is in obviously rookie of the year conversation. Going to be one of the best rookie quarterback, years of all time, right? He is like fourth all time in total yards as a quarterback as a rookie, behind Herbert, Andrew Luck, and Cameron Newton. Herbert still does really well. Andrew Luck was really good before he retired. Cam Newton was an MVP. Here's the thing. Jayden needs 364 total yards on Sunday, and he will hold the record for the most pass and rush yards as a rookie QB in NFL history. Every single week, he is making some sort of history, tying record books, or making a little bit of tying history. He's always doing something week in, week out, game in, game out. That we talk about sit here on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, in text streams, saying he's this damn good. He's so good. How can you not be infatuated with Jayden Daniels? That's all we need. Because think about this. He also won his 11th Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the Week for Week 17. He now has the record for 11. Week 1, Week 3, Week 4, Week 5, Week 6, Week 8, Week 9, 13, 15, 16, 17. 11 of those things. We got to win. I keep saying it, I would much rather play Tampa Bay or the Rams than the Eagles. What are the keys to victory? Shut down the run game. Our run defense has been awful this year. This entire year, it's been awful. We got to turn things around. We can't have St. Juice making idiotic plays. Can't have Michael Davis making idiotic plays. He had like 2 DPIs last game that kept giving Atlanta chance after chance. We got to shut down the run game. We got to be critical in the secondary. Offensive line needs to hold up. I know it's just Micah Parsons really in there, but they were getting after Jayden last game too. So we got to protect Jayden. Get Terry the ball. He only needs 1 touchdown to break the Washington single season touchdown record. He has 12 right now. He'd be at 13 if he got it. He only held to 5 yards last week. He needs to go for like 100 and change. He needs a little bit of juice. Right? Get McNichols and Robinson going. McNichols looked like and Chris Rodriguez. There were conversations this past week. Should Chris Rodriguez be the starting running back for the Commanders? I think it's still B-Rob's job. The way McNichols and Rodriguez been playing, they might get some more touches than B-Rob. So, establish a run, shut down their run, protect Jayden, get Terry the ball. And secondary's got to play at least average to shut down whoever is going to be quarterback. Score predictions wise, we've been keeping it close the past few games. Been keeping it really close. I'm going to go 27-24. We win the game. 27-24. We get the 6th seed. We go on to play Tampa if they win. That's what I'm going with. So with that being said, let's go into Sunday. Let's support our Commanders down in Dallas. Let's enjoy a good time. And let's look forward to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. And we could possibly have our first playoff win since 2005. Right? That'd be crazy. Like I said, to wrap things up, remember to hit like and subscribe here on the channel. Road to 500 subscribers keeps going. Takes 2 seconds every time. It's absolutely free. Support us here at the channel. Instagram and TikTok at Ballin In Burgundy Podcast. Twitter at BIB Podcast 22 because Twitter hates long usernames. Shout out to Rio and Tone and Washington on the Daily and Corey for supporting us since day one here on the channel. All the links down in the description. But follow us. Let's go raise hell on Sunday. Let's win and get into these playoffs as a 6th seed. But guys, until next time, stay ballin', and we will see y'all out there.